Now, have you had a chance to hear Drake's father's new single?
Drake's father's new single?
Yes.
Man, no, I have not had a chance to hear, but that's dope, man. Listen, man, that nigga Drake father is...
Have you seen him? Are you familiar with him?
I'm familiar with him, man. The big mustache and all of that, man. I think that's dope. He dressed like he always get ready to go see Frankie Beverly and Maze. That's a bad motherfucker, man. And the thing is, I think it's dope that, Drake is real vocal about his relationship with his pops and, how it's been tumultuous. But, for them to be able to still, and it's never too late, man. My father was murdered, so, I never had an opportunity to reconcile because he gone forever. So if you have a father and he ain't, he might have been absent and from your life and all of that, and which is not your fault, but if you have a chance to reconcile, man, do that, because it's nothing like a relationship that you're supposed to have with your pops. And I think that, him having a son that's the biggest rapper in the world and him already being a musician as well, because his pops is like a musician. He like played music in the 70s and all that type of stuff, right? So he already has that in him, so he probably feels like he passed that down to his son, which he really did if you think about it. So for him to have a son that's so famous that people will give a fuck about him dropping a single at whatever age he is dope. You know what I mean? You, as a son, you should want to provide that for your father, and as a father, you should want to be able to have the type of relationship with your son to where you can, expand and build together, because that's what it's about, no matter what time it starts. Even if it starts after it was supposed to, then if you have the opportunity, that's a perfect example. If you had the opportunity to be able to fix a relationship with the dude who bust the nut to get you here, then you should do that. But I haven't heard it, but I'm sure I'm sure he wrote it. I'll tell you that much, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he wrote that shit. Niggas from the 70s, he ain't gonna have them problems, you know what I'm saying? He probably had that shit stashed since motherfucking 72. He been waiting to drop that shit, so I'm gonna have to watch it. So I'm sure it's probably jamming, though.
Yeah, he's got a music video out.
He did a video for it, too?
He did a music video.
Man, I bet it smelled like Brute Cologne on set when that nigga was shooting the video. Oh, man, Drake pops, man. Listen, you know how dope Drake father life is when you think about it. When your son is Drake, and you an old Memphis player and you around all these young girls who ain't never really been around no game, I know that nigga he probably popping Viagra's like these young niggas doing Xans. He fucking everything. Salute to Drake father. And he ain't got his strap up because he probably busting blanks now. He done shot all this, this nigga just busting straight nut now. Ain't even no semen in the shit. This nigga just, oh man, I hope when I get older, if I'm blessed enough to have a son that, whatever I establish, he can take it and run with it like Drake did.
You think they'll collab?
I'm sure they probably already have. You know what I mean? I'm sure they already have. I mean, you could tell Drake father drink Hennessy or some type of liquor. And, if you get in there off a blunt or two and some Hennessy, niggas get the vibe. And I'm sure they got they probably like Eddie and Gerald Levert. Nigga, that's probably what they in the studio doing. So, and if that mixtape was to drop, watch niggas fuck with it just because of what it is. And it's probably going to be real musical if they do. I'd be excited to hear it, man. But I'm definitely sure they're going to come out with something together.
Now, they didn't say what label he was on or anything, but what would be the thought?
And they on Linen Pants Records. That's what he on. You know what I mean? Zoot Suit Records. That's what he on. Shit, he don't need no record label. He OVO.
That's what I was gonna say. What if you? What would be the thought of you thinking about his dad signing to his son's label?
That's dope. You know what I mean? If you could sign to your son. I mean, I didn't really work out for Baby and Wayne, the father-son thing, unfortunately. So hopefully they don't end up like that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think that's dope, man. Keep it in the family, you know what I'm saying? Like Nipsey Hussle say, all money in, no money out. Keep it in the family.